Hello and welcome back to another Omniheroes video. In this video we're going to have a look at all of the bosses in between Nightmare 50 and Nightmare 75 with a final conclusion on Nightmare 75. So without further ado, let's jump in to 55. Okay, so Mystifiers are the theme of the day, and it is because of Minotaur. So, specifically Phantoms. We are going to look at the new Tiamat. She is a Phantom, and there are two other Phantoms on the enemy team as well, in the form of Franz and in the form of Minotaur. Minotaur does counter what the enemy is trying to do here. Can be very important. So defense counter, if the enemy Minotaur does take action, then he will apply that defense counter. It can be very difficult to get through and can increase the survivability odds quite dramatically as well. Fortunately, we do have two, technically three Dooms on the team. We have Tiamat as well. She is very powerful in what she wants to do, which is take 0 damage. So basically it's non-crit damage. Now enemies may do lots of crits at this juncture or for this specific team because you've got Catherine, Dorabella and Karnak all on the same team, but fortunately we do get that damage reduction on enemies, and we also get further damage reduction and HP increases as well. Looks like Karmic Fire to be applied, lots more Karmic Fire and lots of splash damage as well. We do get Tiamat, who is doing the business here. That was the dodge from our Grace of Shadow as well. So Franz to do reasonable amounts of damage and a lot of splash damage as well. So we do move into round 2, which is where things are really going to kick off. Fortunately, apparently we do not need any more any defense counters because Tiamat is just too strong. It's crazy. So let's move into Nightmare 60. So we are in another, well, this is Nightmare 60, and we do already have another counter hero on this team in the form of Franz. Franz does counter the Fortitude effect directly. There are others as well. Talinas is a good unit to use, but Franz is typically readily available for you to use as well. So we do have a full 5 Phantom synergy with this team at Dahlia to switch with Tiamat to provide that HP increase. Now I've been very impressed with Tiamat in PvP specifically, especially when trading with Dahlia, primarily because of that 3000% HP increase that Dahlia can provide, as well as pairing her alongside other units like Franz and Minotaur to get that Phantom synergy. So she is your anchor when it comes to PvP, because if you give her the 1500% additional HP accessories, plus then Dahlia is copying all of those buffs and increasing her HP as well. So we do get Tiamat to do reasonable amounts of damage here, and then it's only going to get better from there. So Fortitude has been applied, and Franz fortunately moves slower than Persephone, so we can move into this next round here and with no Fortitude counters whatsoever. The only Fortitude counters that we're going to see are from the other Persephone on the team, but it's nowhere near as effective as we have seen previously. So I usually here to do double attacks and then Minotaur hopefully to finish things off. Yeah, there we go. So absolutely spot on. Minotaur is the GOAT, of course, but Franz helped us through that, get through that Fortitude effect as well. And Tiamat to do incredible damage here. So let's move on to 65. Okay, so I cannot actually remember what Emily does for her boss skill, but I don't think we'll need altogether too much. Now we do need to run some protectors to get that additional 40 dodge, so bear with me, let me just pause and build a nice protectors team. Okay, so here we go. This is a decent protectors team as well, including one striker in the form of Lilith to get as much damage as we possibly can. For Wukong, Wukong is the main damage dealer in this particular build. It's with thanks to the Magma runes, and we also do have Bahamut in here, last season's unit, last season's Glorian unit. A very, very strong ability to immobilize enemies, but I don't know whether or not we'll be able to apply it here to these specific enemies, but we'll see. So as you can see, Wukong doing tremendous amounts of damage here with just a basic attack. We do get this relic to proc again. This is the Gourd, which will switch all positions and allow Wukong to proc again and deal that splash damage, which is really, really important for Wukong to do as much damage as possible. As you can see, 65% didn't even get out of the first turn. So yeah, a very powerful effect indeed. Let's jump into 70. Nice. So just beaten stage 69, and we are jumping into Nightmare 70. There are 2 units which do counter this, but neither of them are protectors. So there are more than this, the Onslaught Enchantress, but they're not listed here. Unfortunately, I just can't be bothered having a look at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and use our protectors lineup and just watch in action Wukong once again and how consistent this approach is, using Wukong combined with the increased attack from Lilith right from the start of battle, plus then Tsukiyomi is increasing, not Tsukiyomi, Amaterasu is also increasing crit damage as well by 100%. So every time we crit, we are getting even more damage on top of that. As you can see, every time we kill an enemy, we will also proc Wukong's passive once again. So we get the Gourd to trigger as well, which will proc Wukong once again, and he will deal that splash damage to enemies. So very, very effective indeed. Just getting a sip of coffee there, of course. So now we jump onto the big one. This is Nightmare 75. Okay, so we've jumped into Nightmare 75 here, and for me, this is going to be one of the easiest ones, primarily because whenever we do a basic attack, we will these minions will lose 1% of their max HP. They will lose 1 of their max HP, and I believe they've got 16 HP, so we need to effectively do 16 basic attacks on these guys before we are able to take them down. Now, something to note, if you get a dodge for each one of your units on here, you should be able to take these guys down relatively quickly, which is why we can take out crit rate here, and we can add in dodge by 25%, utilizing the counterattack horn to allow for a lot of counterattack synergy specifically. Something else to note as well, I am using Ra in this back slot, but if you don't have a copy of Ra, you can use Elma in this front slot instead, something like this, and you will be absolutely fine using this particular build. The reason that I'm using Ra is so that we do get the striker synergy between Atrops and Ra, increasing the attack. Something else to note as well, if you don't have those relics right there, you can go ahead and use these relics instead. Perfectly acceptable relics, but for me, I'm going to use the Underworld Key, I'm going to use Kunisagi, and I'm going to use Knight's Edge, because I believe those are the strongest relics that you can be using with Valianters, along with the strongest build. The reason we've got Hades on this team specifically is for the execution limit going up by 35%, but not only that, we get the increase in damage reduction, and he is a great anchor. And what do I mean by great anchor? Well, I've given him an additional 1500% HP, so should be absolutely fine surviving on this front row. Also Leandra to help proc Pandora as well. The reason that we don't have or that we didn't see Pandora proc before, flipping heck, is primarily because of the dodge. So we're still within a dodge phase. We have taken, or a lot of our units have already taken a dodge, and Leandra was also able to use her ultimate on the first action effectively. So enemy took action, then Leandra cast her ultimate, and now we're going to get all of these dodges. So that is an additional 5 dodges or 5 attack backs to these enemies as well, and we've still got 2 more to go. So we do get 3 misses there, very, very strong, and we should be able to take these guys down relatively quickly. Although it looks like Pandora is casting her ultimate, technically she is not. Technically she is casting a basic attack. So as you can see, that basic attack is taking 1 HP off these enemies per time she does cast it. But fortunately, thanks to the splash damage, so let me, before I carry on, that seemed super easy for me, but what you need to take into consideration is the accessories that I've got equipped to Pandora as well. So we jump into Ancient Accessories, we can have a look at my Pandora. My Pandora has magma runes or magma accessories attached, which means that after dealing damage, inflicts additional damage equal to 100% of attack on all enemies. And that just means that when she does damage, so even though it didn't look like she was doing a lot of damage on the enemies that we took down, she was actually still doing a relatively high amount of damage, and that translated over to the boss as well. So let me just show this off one more time in Nightmare 76. I know we're only supposed to go up to Nightmare 75, but this is a bonus episode, whatever you want to call it. And I just wanted to show off exactly how that interacted in, say, for example, a normal PvE environment. It is such a powerful set. The magma accessories, they're just crazy. So we do get we get Pandora to proc here, casting her ultimate, which will in turn cast not Pandora, get Leandra to cast her ultimate, which in turn casts Pandora's ultimate here. We get the execute, which will proc it again, and she'll just keep chaining like this over and over and over again. And as you can see, the magma effect is not taking place at the moment, but it's because Pandora is stuck in a chain. If we were to exit this chain, say for example Makari here, to get Sanctuary applied, or to ignore 33% of the damage, which is what she's doing, hopefully she can do it again for us. No, but she does have a Monarch synergy. So what would happen at this point if Pandora had to cast her ultimate again, or her basic attack again, that would then trail out to all of the other units on the battlefield, or that are left remaining as well. So can take it down. We've seen that previously with Wukong as well. That's why he was able to do so much damage so quickly. It is a very, very powerful effect indeed. But that is it from me. I just want to say thanks very much for watching. I do hope you have a fantastic day, and good luck in whatever it is you are doing.